Today, we're going to deep dive into one-footed snowboarding. So we're going to be discussing why you need to know how to one foot, some benefits of one foot, as well as a couple of skills / drills / tips on one foot. We're literally going all in. So that also means that I'm going to go from the top of keystone to the bottom of keystone without strapping in. On that note, let's go ride. And this is the BENETEK Tech hoodie. This thing is literally waterproof and the sickest thing that you'll wear all season. And the best part about this is a shell. So if you wanted to have like puffy jackets underneath, then you can literally manage the temperature. What I don't like is having a big jacket and then you're committed to it. Can you take off layers? No. So you can literally customize how warm or cold you are. This thing is great for fall, winter, and even springtime riding. So on that note, if you want it, go check out shopbenetek.com. Limited quantities. We only have 50 in this color. So you got to get it quick. It probably might be sold out. But on that note, you're amazing. I love you. Back to the video. Let's go. Now that whole section is not to brag, but to inspire you of the potential, the possibilities, and the value of doing one-footed. But first we're gonna get in the sun. Let's go. Oh, I love sun. I love the sun. All right, so bullet point number one is you need to know point blank how to ride one foot. Do you have to go as extreme as we're gonna do today? The answer is absolutely not. But the functionality of being able to be proficient at one foot has so many benefits, which include, I lost all my speed on the catwalk and I need to unstrap, be able to manage my speed. Well, there's a certain spot where I could pick up a little speed, maybe manage a little bit, then I can strap in. Versus unstrapping and walk of shame, have the ability to do that. And then the other benefits is being able to ride down the mountain. What if my ankle strap broke? Then what? What, am I gonna walk down? No, we're snowboarding. We want to vibe like that, dude. So being able to have the ability to just turn is gonna be extremely important. And then it's fun, especially like if you ride copper at all, you go from one chairlift to a next chairlift. Well, it's only like 100 yards. Am I gonna strap in to go? No, I'm just gonna go flow and vibe. So having a lot more freedom, control does come from being able to do one-footed stuff. Let's go ride, let's go vibe a little bit more. We're gonna deep dive into a couple little secrets I got for one-footing. Fun little hacks for you. One, when you're doing one-footed, take your back foot, press it against the back of your binding as hard as possible. If I can press my foot and go here, I'm gonna have a lot more stability in my legs, a lot more control. But you could also notice I do not have a stomp pad. Stomp pads could help. I don't believe in them because if you use this technique, you're gonna be fine. But if you need them, by all means. But using your back foot against it is gonna help a lot. You're also gonna notice that I'm able to do carves or I'm able to do skidded turns without a problem. So I'm just being able to move my foot around. So sometimes as we stop there, I'll take my foot and heel drag. Sometimes I'll go toe. It's a good time. These are the boys. What's up? Let's go. This is my dude. If you saw yesterday's video, we were vibing. So back foot against the back, move your foot around. Now we're gonna cruise down. Another thing that you can do is start working on your lead ankle, lead knee, being able to do your turns with about 60% of your weight in your front foot, and your turns stem from your front foot, not your back. You're gonna have way more control, way more awesomeness doing that. We're gonna go around this corner. I'm gonna focus on doing mostly carves, one-footed. Yes, it's possible. This allows me to keep my momentum while changing direction and not necessarily having to slow down. I can slow down through a skid turn, but we're gonna do carve. If you want a full carve breakdown, check out the link in the description because I made a whole video about tips on carving. Up here, we're gonna try to go, I forget what it's called, but we're gonna grab our board and we're trying to do a little trickety trick. The biggest thing is making sure no one's coming where you get absolutely smoked. Don't get smoked. Also, if you're gonna try this, be cautious. Don't be reckless. Just be cautious when you try this. Try this in small increments. I'm not trying to impress, I'm trying to just inspire, but be smart. So as you just saw there, I was able to do some carving and have some fun, and it's all about finding the beautiful balance of weight distribution and tilt. If you can discover that one-footed, you're gonna be able to have the ability to carve, and carving is extremely useful for traverses, meaning going across the hill, maybe navigating some catwalks and that kind of stuff. But we're gonna go down to some more questionably steep terrain, and I'm gonna give you a couple pointers before we drop in and after we drop in of how the heck do we manage steep terrain one-footed if our freaking binding is absolutely busted, which these are not, but you know what, for dramatic demonstration purposes only, we're gonna keep cruising. Let's do it. Come back left foot real quick. Head on the swivel. This is a bit of a steep spot, and it might be really hard to tell on camera, but it's definitely steep. And you're gonna notice that it's steep because I've spent a lot of time down the fall line. Anytime your board is across the hill, you're gonna be able to slow down, which means I don't want my board to point down the hill for very long. So you're gonna notice as I do these turns, I'm gonna try to minimize my time of my nose going down. So rapid turn, slow down, rapid turn, slow down. And you may see my back foot shifting around, but I just want you to look for those 2 bullet points of how quick I'm able to manage my turns as well as my foot. As we go down this, we're gonna hit a catwalk and go to some more steep stuff. On that note, we're gonna drop in 3, 2, 1, D-rock. All right, lock it in. It's a little slushy, a little soft, a little chopped, a little wild out here. may not seem it on camera, but we were mobbing down the run. I think my boy Jonathan was getting a good shot of snow flying everywhere, hopefully. But when it comes to speed, the biggest tip that I can give you is making sure that your back foot is against the binding, you're stable, but you have to anticipate what's happening next. So instead of having my eyes glued to the ground, I'm trying to look 30, 60, 80 feet ahead of me so I can start anticipating the texture of the snow, the way the mountain curves, people, so that I have time to make those turns. Well, especially going fast, but when I'm one-footed, I don't have the same athleticism and ultimate level of control, so I have to be able to anticipate as much stuff as possible, just like you would driving in a car, be defensive, so you got to be able to like look. So that was really fun. We were mobbing, my back binding was probably flying around, I don't know. But on that note, we're going to keep going. We have a steeper spot, a little bit easier to manage of a fall line, which we just learned about a little bit ago. So going to stay to the right side of the run so we don't die and don't get in people's way. And then we're going to go to the bottom and try to stay on our feet. Let's go. It's also hard for my filmer, dude, because I'm like, let's drop in. And I just skate away and you're like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, my bad, my bad. My dude, that is literally a top to bottom of Keystone. On the last part there, you're gonna notice that I had to keep my lead shoulder and eyes looking down the hill a lot more. If I let my lead shoulder go up the hill or my eyes look back up the hill, then I would just start spinning out of control. And I'm not saying I'm the sickest one-footed rider by any means, but being able to have the ability to go top to bottom is a skill that would be really nice to have. And again, please use caution if you're going to do one-footed stuff. The risk can be really high, but if you're doing it in short bursts, being able to go from like here to the end of this bridge one-footed effortlessly sounds like a really functional thing that is not talked about, not discussed, and super underrated. So take this as far as you want. Just use caution. I'm not here to get you broke off. I'm here to inspire you, but just use caution. I don't want you to hurt. So on that note, you're amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out, vibing. Again, if you want the tech hoodies, check out shopbenetek.com. Join me every single Tuesday for a live stream where we hang out, we vibe. And if you want to support the channel, watch the whole entire videos. It helps a lot. I appreciate it. You're helping make this the dream, actually a dream, actually a reality of the dream. On that note, I'm leaving. Awkward. Bye. See you tomorrow.